It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday night.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Kansas City. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Flush to his right. Oh, a heck of a fighting through it. He's got space. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. from the 41. Here's 2nd down and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another first down.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Down inside the 10. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 1st down.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Pacheco once more. And this time he will score. Touchdown, KC. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Returning it, Johnson. Here comes Johnson on the return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Dearness Johnson. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Mahomes now on first down. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That's taken in by Watson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Butker's kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a man who took that huge jump everyone had hoped for in year 2, one of the game's brightest young stars, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The Jags with a football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Now Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're just going to run a drive route here with their tight end. Let him get upfield about 10 yards and then move toward the middle of the field. This ball's right on target, and it results in a 1st down.
Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Lawrence will throw.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN.
Now he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
Room here to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mahomes.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw, it's Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
You got it figured down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Butker on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again.
They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
ETN up the middle.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with ETN.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And it's complete right back to Ridley.
This 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Zay Jones
from 3 yards out.
And the Jaguars get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. McManus's point after is good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Mahomes now on first down. That ball caught. It's Rice. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off.
And the Jags are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Two yards to go, second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And one more time, here's Kirk.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll be taken down at the 46. Draw play, ETN.
Oh, he shifts past him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end.
So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Lawrence able to find the open man. That's complete.
A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 55 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
That is caught, and he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
That's complete right around the 8. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Zay Jones.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jaguars have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover, because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Open man is the tight end, Noah Gray.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Toss right side to Pacheco.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
This is Pacheco. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that one's going to hurt big time because it's a one-score game, and they certainly thought with that throw they were getting a difference-making score right there.
So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. From the end zone, it's Dearness Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. They'll drop this one off with Etienne.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Another tote for Etienne. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Jones.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. He'll get that underneath ETN.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll leave them with a third and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Bigsby.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
He will push his way down to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Now Lawrence to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get the lead up to 4.
The kick by McManus is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. KC's offense ready to take over.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Eluding the pressure right. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Tony. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
That ball caught. It's Rice.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney
from 3 yards out.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Across the middle and into the hands of Ridley.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's third down. Throwing now, Lawrence.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
They run for it with Bigsby.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third and 8.
Now Mahomes.
That's complete to Tony.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars.
Down 27-24. A minute 8 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
A little more than 40 seconds to play. Now 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
He's back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And now here comes Kansas City.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This is 1st and 10. Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Tony. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains, definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Mahomes. Finding Kelsey.
Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final try from Mahomes.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Here's 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.